is peopled by human beings, not angels. The church is peopled by human beings and not what? Angels. So there is bound to be envy, there is bound to be jealousy, there is bound to be nepotism and tribalism. Yes, it is peopled by those who are Igbos, who are Yorubas, who are Isako, Ishan, Calabars, Hausa, Fulanis. Yes, the church is peopled by tall and short people, the fat and the slim. All these categories, my dear friends, make up the church. And so long they are peopled by human beings, not angels, jealousy, envy, fighting and bragging is bound to exist. There is bound to be troubles in which we shall definitely make amends and try to resolve. So let us not be scandalized that there is so many misunderstandings that exist within the church. It is so. And the basic message, my dear friends in Christ, we can only find solution amidst these troubles and tribulations if we draw closer to Jesus. The disciples, they knew this. The early Christians, they knew this. Hence, they moved on and they complained to the church hierarchy. And the church said, let us devote our time to the word of God. In spite of this trouble, let us appoint for them men which they themselves respected. Men of unquestionable character. That yes, amidst all this conflict that exists amongst us, even though we have jealousy and nepotism and troubles amongst us as a people, or as an outstation, my dear friends, there are still men of unquestionable character. Men whose character are astounding, dexterous. We can still appoint them. And that is why in our societies, even as an outstation, we still have those that are in charge of affairs. Because you have judged them worthy. And that is why they still take charge of those responsibilities that are common amongst us. For the second reading, my dear friends in Christ, St. Paul referred to the church as a building. Now the builder is God himself. And the materials that God himself is using to build this church are not bricks and stones, but are living stones, as you heard in the second reading. And these living stones refer to you and I. We are that living stones, my dear brothers and sisters. And the cornerstone, my dear friends in Christ, is Jesus himself. That is the foundation of this building that God is erecting, in which himself is the builder. And we are the materials. My dear friends, you heard he said, in my Father's house, there are many rooms. Many rooms in my Father's house, my dear friends. In as far as this building has been raised up to an appreciable stage, is the fact that we have different ministries within the church. The church is encapsulated with different ministries. And within these ministries, we must work together. Because, my dear friends, this ministry will only be meaningful when we have Christ as the head. This building started not before Christ's resurrection, but immediately Christ resurrected. That was when this building started. And we become that cornerstone, or perhaps, my dear friends, the living stones, by virtue of our baptism. It is our baptism that qualifies us to become materials in which God himself will use to build up this church, in which Christ himself is the foundation stone of the building. So if we are baptized, my dear friends, we gain the permission to become members of this church. And our baptism, my dear friends, as we have often told ourselves, qualifies us for four basic things. It makes us Christians, children of God, members of the church. And it cleanses us from original sin. So hence, there should not be jealousy and envy amongst us, unlike we saw in the first reading of today. It is bound, my dear friends, that we find conflict in the church. But this conflict should not exist among those that are baptized. That is the message of the second reading. And in the gospel passage precisely, my dear friends, something very interesting. Jesus said, I am the way, and I am the truth, and I am the life. My dear friends, the way leads to Easter. And this way is full of troubles. It's full of conflicts. But Jesus Christ is not only showing us the way, but He is the food and the strength that we need even as we journey on the way. He is the strength and the food that we need even as we journey on the way. I refer us back to the scenario of Emmaus. You discover that Jesus Christ journeyed with the two friends that journeyed towards Emmaus. And now, after they have been fed with His body and blood, at the breaking of the bread, when they beckoned on Him to relax with them at the room where they stayed, after they had eaten, my dear friends, we were told, they now had the strength to journey back, even in the middle of the night that they themselves were afraid of before. That tells you that Jesus is not only leading us through the way, but it gives us the strength and the enablement to journey on the way. There is a doctor, my dear friends, Dr. Torin, who was a great preacher and an evangelist. He was instrumental in bringing many a sinful soul to Christ. But as a young man, he neither had faith in God nor in the Bible. He led reckless life and only wanted to enjoy pleasure that exists within life. His godly mother, like every mother, my dear friends, constantly prayed for his conversion. Do not presume this to be Monica, as we have often heard the story of St. Augustine. And he prayed and advised him many a time to turn from his evil and godless ways. One day, in one of such conversations, he became angry with his mother and said to her, I am fed up of hearing about my sins and about your useless prayers. I am going to leave this house because night and day you pray and you never stop instructing me to live a good life. His mother pleaded with him not to take such a decision. But he took his baggage and belongings and left home. His mother cried out to him and said, Son, you are going the wrong way, but when you come back to the end, when you reach the end of the road, the mother said, remember the God of your mother and cry out to him and he will save you. I repeat, as he journeyed, making the attempt to leave home, not only the attempt to be precise, as he made the attempt to leave, the mother cried out, Son, you are moving the wrong way. You are moving the wrong way. Come back. Remember your God. And remember the God of your mother when you have reached the end of the rope. Cry out to that God. I cannot ask you to come back again because you no longer listen to my voice. But as you are going, there is always an end to every situation. When you get to the end, do not lose hope. Look upon the God that your mother cried out to. Come back to that God. That God will save you, the mother said. After, my dear friends, he just looked back at his mother, heard what she had said, but continued with his departure. Horse, when you want lost, they say, not the year master what? Whistle. After leaving home, the man's name is Torin. He existed in life, plugged into deeper and deeper into his sin. But with every additional sinful ways, his heart was not satisfied. There were diminishing returns from his sinful ways of life. Gradually, he began to feel the emptiness in his life, and his pocket too became much empty. He began to shift. Slowly but surely, my dear friends, insecurity and loneliness began to engulf him. And what was the next thing? One day, he went to his hotel room, took his revolver, and laid it to his head. Intending, that is, he took the blanket, put it on his neck. He tried to use and strangle himself so that he would just end the whole thing. Since the pleasure and everything when he sick after he leave the house, it not be possible. So the best option was that he should better do what? Heal himself. That was what he intended to do. To end up the mystery and his life in totality. Suddenly he remembered his mother's last words. Son, you are going the wrong way. But when you come to the end of the road, remember that God of your mother and cry out to him, and he will do what? Save you. Right there and then in his hotel room, he fell on his knees and prayed and surrendered his life to Jesus. Jesus gave him joy. Jesus gave him peace. And he began to see meaning again in his life. My dear friends in Christ, Jesus became his way. He became his what? His truth. And he became his what? His life. To the wayward terrain, my dear friends, Jesus began the way for him. To the illusioned terrain, my dear friends, Jesus began the truth in his life. And to the dead terrain, who was dead in sin, Jesus became his new life. That was exactly what we heard in the first reading, in the gospel passage of today. That Jesus told his disciples that I am the way, I am the truth, and I am the life. This was among the 3 farewell messages that Jesus gave to his apostles before his death, before his passion. But as you would ask me the question, why is it that the church has decided to bring this scenario that happened before Jesus' death and passion to be narrated after his resurrection? What do we do, parents? For those of us that have experienced things in the exit of our parents, my dear friends, you discover something, that the will of our parents, they are read after they have died, isn't it? Then they read will before the person died. It is not the normal situation. And that is the basic reason, after Jesus gave this farewell message, it is important that the church brings it up after the resurrection. That is, after his death. They are now reading the will to us, that Jesus has a way, a home for you and I, that we certainly go to eventually when we die. That our life does not end here, my dear friends. We have a Father who gave us a will, and the will is heaven itself. The will is food for the journey. And the will, my dear friends, is to restore back every strange soul that has gone astray. What do we hear in our gospel passage of last Sunday? Jesus Christ plainly said that I am the shepherd and you are the sheep. That the shepherd has a voice that is unique. And every sheep that belongs to the shepherd hears my voice. And they do what? And they follow me. Now, if we have heard his voice and are willing to follow after our shepherd, if Jesus is the Christ, we are Christians. If Jesus is our king, then we are his followers. And indeed, if Jesus is our shepherd, we are the sheep of this shepherd that is Jesus. He's telling us today, my dear friends in Christ, that he is the way. We have so many noise and so many ways that we have gone astray. They abound in our society. The church has failed, not Christ himself, because he said, I will be with you to the end of ages. When I mean the church has failed, is the human element within the church. And that is what is narrated in the first reading of today. When people of one faith, the same Catholic Church, as we are gathered, my dear friends, we have jealousy within us. We have nepotism within us. We quarrel and we do not seek reconciliation. We do not instruct and we do not tender our sheep. That is the extent to which we have faith. But because the cornerstone, the foundation stone is Jesus himself, it stands for all eternity. It is a foundation that is not made of bricks and stones, but a foundation that is made of the living personality of God himself, in which the bricklayer is God himself. That is the beauty of today's reading. And hence is the way he leads us onward, my dear brothers and sisters. St. Augustine said Our souls, my dear friends, are made for thee, O Lord. They are restless until they rest in the Lord. The human heart yearns for God, and it does not find rest anywhere else except in God. But which